Hello and welcome to the Forex YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be walking you through the trades I was able to capitalize on yesterday on the Euro USD. So yesterday was Friday and it was the end of the week and I was trading the Euro USD. I know some of you might be having the question, why are you talking about Euro USD? But I thought you only said that you trade the GBP USD. So I'm going to explain why I switched to the Euro USD. But before I do that, if you are a new subscriber, if you are yet to subscribe rather, or you are hearing my voice for the first time on this channel, please smash the subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, please like the video and drop your comment so that it can help the algorithm to help others to see this video and learn from it. So back to the topic, I actually ditched the Euro USD for the GBP USD for the Euro USD rather, and the reason is not far-fetched. The reason is because last week I observed a lot of spread widening on the GBP USD, and as a result, it impacted my trading negatively. I had some trades that were supposed to tag me in, I missed those trades because of the spread widening. And on the other hand, some trade hits my stop loss. Smart money trading, we are used to small stop losses. So stop losses got hit, and most of it were because of the spread widening. So I decided to switch to the USD, but I don't know if this is going to be a permanent decision, but time will tell. So I'm going to make a public apology to GBP USD for cheating on our Euro USD is the new bay in town. So let's get straight into the video. So I started my analysis from the 4 hours, and there's nothing much to see on the 4 hours other than the fact that we could see that price has been making consistent lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. And after these lower lows and lower highs, we had a change of character. And after the change of character, we had a small retracement and then this push to the upside. So we can now see clearly that on the 4 hour, the bias has changed from a bearish bias now to a bullish bias because of this change of character. So once we know that we are in a bullish environment, we are looking for long-term buys and probably short-term sales, but we are focusing more on long-term buys. So after identifying these breaks of structures, remember we have two breaks of structures now. I know a lot of you might be having some questions now. I will definitely answer your questions in this video. Let's just break of structure up. All right. So these are the two breaks of structures that we had. All right. So to be honest, this was the first POI I was looking at. After you have your break of structure, you start looking for your POIs or your order block. This was the first candle I was looking at. But the reason why I did not use this candle, this small doji candle right here, but the reason why I didn't use it is because there was no imbalance sitting right above it. And I was not comfortable with the fact that this candle has cleared out liquidity from it. So looking at that, I decided to make this candle my new OB, and the reason is because we could see that it was from this candle, it was from this leg that we had this big push to the upside. This was where the momentum came into the market, and that signal that the banks started playing from this point. And not just that, we had imbalance here that I was looking for the market to come down to fill. So you can also call that a fair value gap, whatever you call it, it doesn't matter once you understand the concept. So these were the confluences that I was looking at for me to long the market. All right, so I was looking at the market coming back down, but as you can see, we had a failed retracement. Not really a failed retracement, but on this channel I used to teach that I like to see at least 50% retracement for me to consider it a successful retracement. But in this case, there was no 50% retracement, so it's a relatively failed retracement. All right, so you might be wondering then, why do you have this as a new break of structure? Why don't you have it as a single leg? The reason why I didn't have it as a single leg was because we could see that this push as well also had momentum. So this momentum is signaling to me that this is a relevant order block as well in the market, because that push is signaling the banks move. It's signaling the banks move. So I was also looking at this point, and remember, this is just a point of interest. I'm not looking to enter my trades immediately on them, on these other blocks I have marked out. I still want to see reactions to confirm to me that they are going to hold. So there was really no risk in that. So I decided to have that marked as well, so that when price gets there, I will observe and I will not miss trades. And so I'd already marked the Friday daily candle with this blue line. So we are going to be looking at price action from this blue line to the right. So now let's dive into our intraday time frame, which is the 15-minute. So on the 15 minutes, we could see that we had our POIs, waiting for our POIs, waiting for the market to fulfill a reaction in any of our POIs. We could see that after this break of structure, we had a complex pullback. So on this pullback, we could see price making this move, this structure. We had this low and we had this high, and we have this lower this higher low, sorry, and we had the higher high, and immediately after that we had a change of character. So this was the first change of character I observed when we started retracing. I was able to capitalize on some trades here as well. So this would be the change of character. All right. So this was the first change of character I observed. And after the change of character, we now started making consistent lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs. And all of a sudden, before getting into our POI, we had another change of character to the upside. So for me, this change of character to the upside was signaling, it was actually signaling, what's it called now? A trap, smart money trap, because we had not gotten a reaction into our block, but now we are having a change of character. So for people that are buying early, they could have been trapped here, they could have been trapped there. Some people might not even observe that they were trapped, but that does not mean they don't know how to trade. But sometimes you cannot always avoid these traps. So this, in hindsight, had signaled a trap. So we had this false change of character, and after that, immediately we had another change of character to the downside, confirming to us that okay, we are now still bearish on the 15 minutes. And remember, we are expecting the market to come into our OB. So for me now, to trade back into the OB, remember, this is our new trading range. We are bearish on the 15 minutes, and this is our new trading range. So I was expecting to short the market into the OB. So I had this POI marked out. This POI right there, I had it marked out. So I was looking to short into the OB. Remember, this was Friday. So I was expecting that, okay, Friday when market opens, we'll get the market come into this place, then we come into the OB. But as you can see, that was not what happened. Let me switch on my Asian highs and lows indicator. So we could see that at the open of Asia, we had this relative equal high printed on Asia. So when I saw this, when I woke up and I saw this, I was happy that this is liquidity building right below this other block where I was expecting the market to tap into first before coming into my pro trend order block, and I can now start looking for long-term buys. All right. So when I saw this, I was happy, and what I was watching was for this for price right from London session to come sweep this Asian liquidity, tap into this and come back down. So I was looking for the short-term buys before following the 15 minutes trend into the other block. I don't know if that sounds complicated. If it does, you can reach out to me in the comment section and I will try to clarify, but I'm trying my best to explain this as much as I can. So let's scale down to the 3-minute time frame. So remember, I said I was looking to buy to clear this Asian high and to come into this OB before selling from here and come into this pro trend OB and now buying. Okay, so looking at the 3 minutes time frame, I was trying to track structure as well. And looking to the left, I could see that after we made this high right here, remember, I'm trying to catch the retracement as well. We had a structure like this, an internal structure like this. Because we broke this previous high to the left. Let me mark that out. Templates, BOS. Let's say 5 minutes BOS up. All right. So we had this BOS to the upside. So after seeing this BOS to the upside, I had another block down here I had another block right down here, and if I remember vividly, my other block was, I think it was picked on the 5 minutes. So on the 5 minutes, this was the other block I was looking at. Let me mark that out. All right. So I was looking at this other block right here to go for a long. Yeah. Because remember, internal structure, this is internal structure now. So internal structure, we had a break of structure. So remember, I told you I was looking to capitalize on a buy to clear this Asian highs and also tap into this OB so that we can now sell into our 4-hour point of interest. All right. So this was the other block I was keenly watching to take buy trades. So I was very happy because Asia has left liquidity at the highs. So after seeing this, I scaled down into my intraday time frame, my entry time frame, which was from the 3 minutes down to the 1 minute. So I was looking for what price was going to tell me. So I think the whole play happened on the 1 minute. So let me go to the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, what could I see? On the 1 minute, what I saw was this. We had the market coming consistently, giving us consistent downward push. And on the 1 minute, we had our first change of character. But at this point, I was not on the chart. Remember, I always start my trading from around the Frankfurt open. That was like 6:30 a.m. my time, but it was not yet 6:30. So I was not really on the chart at this point in time. But I could see that we've had a change of character already. So coming into the chart, I observed that we had another follow through push to the upside. And after the follow through push to the upside, I had my other block marked out to enter for a buy. So the other block I had marked out was this candle right here. This was the other block I had marked out. Yeah. So I was looking to buy on this candle right here. So as you can see, I had my entry here. I had my entry and I was targeting, I think my stop loss was, I made my stop loss below these lows right here to avoid stories that touch. So that was the entry I was looking at, and I had my target at this Asian highs, which was, I had it as my first target. Then in order for price to follow the story I was trying to build up, I was having this as my second target. This was what I had at London Open. So I already gotten tagged into the trade, and as we were moving up, as price was moving up, I was closing partial. In fact, I closed majority of my trades right at this point. And the reason why I did that was because right at this high right here. The reason why I did that was because I knew that this was an Asian low as well. Anything could happen. Price could be crazy at times based on the experience in the market. So at this point, I think I was, how many hour in profit? I was about 6.5 hour in profit. So it was just pure greed if I decide not to close majority of my position. So I closed majority of my position here and let the rest ride, and let's see what is going to happen. So I think a Euro USD news came out, and after the news came out, we could see how price totally collapsed. So this was the first trade I took. So I was able to close majority of my position at this point, though we did not get to the actual target, but we were still able to bank some profits. So we could see what happened when the news came out. I'd already broken even as well on the rest of my position. When the news came out, it took me out on break even. So let me show you a screenshot of the first trade when I posted it on my Telegram channel. So this was the trade. As you can see, this was the trade I had. I was targeting this Asian highs. I was starting it as my first take profit, but I had already taken partials at this point. That was why I sent my chart to the group that, okay, I'm currently in Euro USD. This was my entry point. Yeah, this was where I entered from. As you can see, I took partials at that point. All right, so let's go back to the chart. So now, after I got taken out, I was also still happy because I had taken partials and price was now coming into the original OB I had marked out, which was the 4-hour OB. Let's go back to the 4 hours and see it, which was the 4 hour OB. All right. So I took a step back and decided to look at what price was going to, and looking at what price was doing on the 5 minutes time frame. I was tracking price on the 5 minutes time frame. You know, we had, okay, I think it was the 1 minute, yeah, the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, what can we see? On the 1 minute, we will see internal structural points clearly. We had, this was the last push to the downside, and after this push to the downside, we had a change of character right here on the 1 minute, signaling that we could now start looking for buys. So, and after this, I was still waiting for more confirmation, because this eye to me was not a strong eye. So I was still waiting for more confirmation. So I did not take the trade at this other block right there. I was waiting for more confirmation. So I was expecting one more break of structure to the upside as my confirmation, and we had it in this push right there. So after this push, to be honest, I had this as my other block, and as you can see, I did not get tagged in. It was really frustrating, but I did not get tagged in. So price left me, and after seeing that price left me, I was still trying to track price. We had this low, this was the lowest point, and we had this break of structure as well. And I also had another OB looking for price to come into to buy, but as you can see as well, I did not get tagged. So it was becoming frustrating. So I decided to just stay back from the chart, and not just stay back from the chart. I had other personal obligations, so I was not actively on the chart at that point. So okay, that was what happened. So now, after seeing that I've missed out on these two potential trades, I just observed that I was expecting this OB right here to fail, to be honest, because we are coming from a we are now pro trend on the 4 hour. So I was expecting this OB to fail. But what I was able to observe something, and what I observed was that price has not yet tapped into this OB. Like, it missed it. It depends on your broker anyway. So but it missed it by like a pip. But I could observe that we were having a change in market structure, because the market was giving us higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows and higher highs, and this was around 3 p.m. New York session. So I was thinking probably this miss by a pip was just maybe a what's it called now, a discrepancy from my broker. So I was expecting a New York reversal. So looking at this, I saw a change of character, a small time frame change of character. This was what I saw. Template, change of character. Where is it again? Okay, change of character down. So I saw this change of character, and on seeing this change of character, I was looking to sell. All right. So what OB was I looking to sell from? I was looking to sell from this OB right here. I was looking to sell from this OB right here, and as you can see, this also did not tag me as well. This also did not tag me. Sorry, this was the point. But you can see we did not react into the OB before we had this new push to the downside. So I was still tracking price. We had this, and now we have this. We have all this push to the downside. On the 3 minutes, this is going to be like just one single push. We had this push to the downside. So after getting this push to the downside, I was able to identify this other block right here. I was able to identify this other block right here. Let's go back to the 1 minute to see if we can refine it. So on the 1 minute, I was able to refine it into this week right here, and I took this as my inducement. So this was the week I was able to refine it into, and I just set my limit order because I was already profitable for the day. And I observed something about my trading lately, that I always get more positive trades toward the end of the day. So this was around 5 p.m. West African time, or 5 p.m. London time. So it was late in the day. So I decided to take one more trade to wrap up the week. Win or loss, I was ready to take the result. So I had my stop loss right above and I had my limit entry right here. So I was targeting this low as my first TP, which was a 125, and I was targeting this low as my second TP. So those were the targets I had, and I think I closed some of my position at this first TP and the rest of my position right at this other block here, because it was a Friday. No, sorry, I was not targeting this, so I was targeting this other block here. I was targeting this other block right here. Yeah, I remember now. So I was targeting this as my second TP. So I closed majority of my position at this first TP and the rest of my position at this other block before we now started having this push back to the upside. So let me go back to the Telegram so you can see. Yeah, this was what I had on the Telegram. As you can see, this was my entry and this was my ultimate target, and I said I ended the week on a high. So this was a screenshot of the trade that I was able to take. So that was pretty much the trades I took on Friday. You could see that it's not all rosy. Like, the market is just designed to frustrate you. So it depends on your mental capacity and your psychological capacity, to withstand all these emotions, because your emotions will definitely get into the way if you are not careful. As you can see, I had a missed trade here, and the market was going up. It was really frustrating. And after, on the back end of these two missed trade, I had another missed trade right at the top here. I could have given up and say, okay, you know what, let's just wrap it for the week. But I still kept tracking price before I was able to get the final push of the week to the downside and bank some profit. So I believe and I hope that you have learned one or two things from this video, on this breakdown video. I'm hoping and looking to do more breakdown videos on this channel. So you can drop your comment, you can drop your suggestion on videos you think I should drop on this channel. So that will be all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.